5:25 a.m. This is your excuse to stop being lazy.
Been in the water for about 35 minutes, to 50 lengths, 25 metres each length. Didn't bring my watch because I couldn't find it, but I think it's a good first breaking session. Happy with that.
6:49 a.m. and I've already got up in the morning, had my morning coffee, already did my mobility work, gone to the gym, swam 1.25 kilometres, and it's not even 7 o'clock. I'll tell you what, I feel brilliant. I feel absolutely brilliant. Got full of energy. Feel like I'm ready for today, you know, like real good feeling on a Monday. And that's how you want to feel every day. And I think it comes when you do things that you don't want to do. I didn't want to get up this morning, honestly. Like, I didn't wake up and like, yes, I can't wait to get out of bed. But I did it, and then at first it was a little bit hard, and then I got over that. Now I've been in the gym. Now I feel on top of the world. So that's the power of doing things that are uncomfortable. As you know, I've signed up now to the Hyrox Abu Dhabi July, the T100 100-kilometer triathlon in November. And I've not, got a plan for this. I've not got a coach for this. I was using a coach before, but he was like more of a bodybuilding coach, like I used to be, and he was just kind of getting me in shape, helping me, just keeping me accountable. I know what to do, but, sometimes it's good to check in with someone. But now, like, the training plan and the calories that he set me, none of it aligns with the new sort of moving forward goal, right? So I've got my laptop in front of me and I'm going to show you this. So me and ChatGPT, called him Ace, named him Ace. So me and Ace had a chat. So we're going to try this diet plan now before we get in the kitchen. We're going to go for 3,200 to 3,300 calories on training days. So about 210 grams of protein, 450 carbs, 90 fats. And that's going to look something like 5 meals basically. The first one being my standard oats, banana, protein, peanut butter and milk. That's always going to be, I'm always going to do a cardio. I'll go into my training plan in a moment, but that's going to be like post-cardio breakfast, okay? Then 10:30 a.m. mid-morning snack. We're going to have 3 rice cakes, peanut butter, 2 scoops of whey and 1 apple. And then around 1 p.m. lunchtime, whenever that will be, my days change a lot. Uncooked weights here, 250 chicken, 150 rice. So that's actually 400 grams of rice cooked, which is, not done that in a while to be honest, but it's going to be, again, we need to increase the carbs because of the training plan, which I'm going to talk about. Then vegetables, olive oil, just for a bit of healthy fats. Then pre-workout snack, because we're going to be training twice a day now. So the pre-workout snack, whole grain bread, again peanut butter, honey, whey protein, and then a post-workout dinner, which is going to be basically beef, sweet potato, veg, olive oil. Okay, so 3,200 calories, 210 grams of protein, 450 carbs, 90 fats. Now, training plan, you'll understand why I'm going for this many calories and why, because that's quite a lot of calories for me personally. So Monday, swim in the morning, evening, lower body strength. Tuesday, cycle AM. I'm not going to bike yet, I've got to figure that out. And then upper body strength PM. Wednesday, Hyrox in the evening. And then Thursday again, Hyrox in the morning. And then a track workout in the evening. See, the thing is about that Thursday Hyrox session, it's less running and I know what kind of session it is, it's not too intense. Friday is going to be full body strength, so a lot of compound lifting, heavy weights. Saturday rest, and then Sunday I'll do my menathon, which is basically where we do that group workout on the beach. So it's going to be a big change this around my business as well. But I think as long as I optimize my nutrition, make sure I'm eating well, sleeping well, drinking lots of water, lots of fluids, keeping myself hydrated, then I should be okay. And I think I'm going to test to see how I feel through the day, as well as, like if I have this 400 grams of rice meal when's it going to be practical for me to eat that? Because if I do that before I do a load of meetings, I know what I'm like. I'll be sleepy, right? And I can't do that. So anyway, we're going to get in the kitchen now, do a little bit of meal prep. I'll give you a quick run through what we're cooking, and yeah. Right, so welcome to the kitchen. If you listen carefully, Alexa's playing some jazz. Bit of jazz on Sunday. Can't complete Sunday without that. Right, we've got meatballs here. So I've just took 1 kilo of beef and rolled them up. So like 4 of them meatballs is like 210, 220. Okay, so basically, yeah, that's going to be per meal. And then I've got the air fryer on, so I'm going to cook them in there. I like to make my food taste good, you know. I'm going to put some of this in the pan, tomato and chilli, with some extra onion, and then I'll add the meatballs to that. And then in the meantime, I'm going to get some rice going. So this is what is going on. And you can see all the bits that we're adding into the diet, right? We're going to add some nuts into the diet, more peanut butter, and also, as I mentioned before, bread. We'll see how we get on with this. You know what really sucks? This used to be my favourite part of the meal prep, getting out in the barbecue and cooking the chicken. But it is 42 degrees. If you don't know how hot that is, it's like your skin feels like it's burning outside, you know? So basically we've just got the chicken left, so I've just marinated it a little bit in salt and pepper and some olive oil, not much. And then hopefully we get this done and dusted, because like I say, this bit used to be my favourite bit, but it's now my worst. Barbecue heat combined with Dubai heat is like, oh, you couldn't even imagine it. Okay, and the final result for this week's meal prep, we've got the protein here, the chicken, the meatballs, we've got the rice, we've got a side salsa, and then almost done, we have the spuds. Okay, so and that started at like 9:50, so what, an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes, not too bad. And then it's all going to get boxed up in there, and then we're good to go, and then we can carry on the day. And just like that, there is the final result. Less than 2 hours, 8 meals, all prepped for 3 days. Guys, this is your wake-up call to start making shit happen. The reason I made this video is because at the end of the day, like, I want to document this entire journey to showcase the behind the scenes, what goes into me preparing for these one triathlon, one Hyrox, probably more triathlons in between, but also running a full-time business. Okay, that it's not like an easy sort of side business. This is a full-blown real estate business. This is a lot of work. Every single day talking to multiple clients, shooting content for another YouTube channel, uploading content on a short form, on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Then also, you know, managing brokers who are taking the calls, making sure the leads are getting assisted to. You know, all this is going on whilst I'm still training for this. So, you know, this is for those who out there might feel like, I don't have time, I don't have the motivation. Well, guess what? If you don't have the time or motivation to do this, then you're lying to yourself, because number one, everyone has the time. You just choose how to allocate your time. I can guarantee that there's probably maybe 1, 2, 3 hours a week that you're probably watching TV, scrolling on social media. And then the other thing is motivation. You don't just wake up with motivation, you got to create it. Motivation like comes from within, but it's basically like a repetition of discipline. You know, once you become disciplined enough, you know, like them stretches that I do in the morning, I hate doing them. I have no motivation to do them, but I'm disciplined enough to know that every day I need to do them because it's going to make my hips better. I know what the result is going to be at the end. Okay, it's the same thing with training. I don't like getting up at 5 in the morning, swimming. No, I don't enjoy that. I enjoy it after it. But then when I do it more and more and more, I become disciplined. And I get motivated by, you know, knowing that I'm disciplined. So like, your motivation is created. It's not just there. You know, if you rely on motivation to get stuff done, you're not going to succeed, unfortunately, because you just have to deal with the down days, the days that you don't want to do stuff. You know, you get harder mentally when you do things that you don't want to do. As always, I'm here to share most positive thoughts, my training journey, and everything I can to hype you up to get in better shape, better mentally, and better in every other way possible in your life. Follow and subscribe. Thank you very much.